Welcome back to the channel, guys. Kind of hot out here. Probably about 90, feels like it. Now we got a pool project, a fence project, and a coating we're gonna do. And so what we're doing right now, if you remember the past video, there's a Lowe's right there. We put up that privacy fence, and that's exactly where they marked the ground with paint. My opinion, I wanted to go all the way across, all the way across. One of the homeowners wants the fence to continue. So if you come over here, Dawson, you see where we stopped our post up there? She wanted it in line with this fence. So that's where we stopped. But if we turn the corner, we could use that same privacy fence and run it right down through here, go beyond this portion, and come over to here and join in just past the window. And that would put the air conditioner and the pool pump inside of the fenced in area, so it's not out there. But let's come in here and check this out. The reason we want to replace the fence is somebody put in some half-inch stuff. I never saw a fence this small, but see what the condition it's in. We got little maple trees growing. She replaced part of this pool patio, and now what she doesn't like is the concretes are different color. And so I'm gonna put my I don't know what you call it, my neck saving hat on here, so I always look funny. You guys probably make a comment, but it saves my neck from getting fried. We're gonna measure this up, and what I think I'd do if I was doing this concrete is I wouldn't have done that to her. I probably would have went right on through here, and they had these out, so I would have ran them right through the inside of the concrete. We're thinking on a pebble coating concrete, so it's like an epoxy with a stone in it. The color I like is a brown, but I think she wants a dark gray, so she wants like that darkest color, and I think she just wants it all one. So you see that surface crack there? I shouldn't say surface, probably all the way through. And the reason it's cracked is they didn't do enough relief cuts. And over here, we got a little sinkage going on. That side, see how it's dropped down, Dawson? They dug this out because it had some kind of older diving board or something in here, and I don't know, they tried to fix it. And then over here, we got some kind of coating we got to fix. We probably got to peel that out. It looks like silicone. And over around the slide, all that kind of stuff, we got to get the stuff back and coat it. And the pool itself, it's 8 foot, isn't it, Dawson?
I believe.
Can't quite see the bottom, can you?
3 foot at that end.
It's not quite clean enough yet, but we got to coat it right up to this point. We don't want to get any on that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do an estimate by giving them, you know, a measurement. I need to know how much material. I got to guess how long it's going to take us. And Dawson said, I don't know what he said. What did he say? 2 days?
About 2 days.
2
or 3.
I think it's a little more work in it, because what I'd like to do, guys, is I'd like to peel out some of this silicone repair stuff. Then I'd like to put in some concrete to fill the gaps. So right here is a good trip zone. That's about 1 inch and something. And we got a couple more over there to fix. Then I want to measure. And on our clipboard here, a couple ways I do it. It's a lot easier if you have a rectangle. Like this wouldn't be too bad to measure. But when you got to go around there and it's 6 foot and then it goes to 8 foot and then back to 4 foot and then, you know, we're going to have to get an average. So we're going to measure the width times the length, and then we'll probably break this up in sections, and I might do it on graph paper. So I will measure the pool, we measure the outside, we measure the pool, and then that's how we'll do it. We'll deduct the space of the pool. I think it'll be easier. And then she wants a price on staining it, which we're going to have to acid etch it, because see how dirty this is? That'll clean this right up. So we're going to use muriatic acid, and it's called etching. That'll open up the pores for it to stick. We got to repair it, as I mentioned, and then we got to probably put 2 coats of a dark gray stain, and then probably at least 1 coat of sealer, maybe 2, and that'll keep the stain on it at least for a couple of years. And then we'll start measuring on this. Dawson will help me. We got a large tape. We'll pull that out. We'll get a width times the length. We're not gonna worry about a little tiny triangle in it. And I need to know how much product to get. And the stuff I was talking is 5-gallon buckets, and it's quite pricey. I think it was 150 bucks, right? I think so. And I want to calculate enough, but not too much. So we'll get measuring on this. So I'm gonna just do a scribble drawing. We'll come down like this. We'll do this little triangle jog just so that we can get our bearings to what's here. We come out to a rectangle and across. And you know, it's not perfect. I'm not gonna care, but I'm gonna come like this, and then it starts circling out, goes over by the slide and circles out. And I think some of them stones roll down, so it's hard to tell where it is. But this is awful tight for you to get around it. So we're gonna have to brush and do some work by hand underneath it. There's that basketball hoop. Dawson likes to swim in there.
That looks refreshing right now.
And then we're gonna loop back in, go up and over, and it goes to our patio. So this will be the patio. And then over here is a screen room, so we'll get our bearings to where we are. And if you follow along in the channel, I think we did that in a video, didn't we?
Yep.
So then we're something like this. And now we need to take the pool, and we're going to put it on this side of it. And it's, I don't know what that shape is called. Do you know? What do you think that is? A loop, loop, loop. And we'll come down, do a little scribblies. Come over like this somewhat. It's not to, oops, not to scale. Loop-de-loop-de-loo. So anyways, gets the general idea. And then we got the ladder down in, our steps. And then here we've got our slide. And then now we know what the pool looks like. So then we got the diving board we got to cut around. And then a diving. All right, now we're going to pull our numbers, and then that'll get our square footage. See all these little cracks here? This is what she's getting worried about, and the concrete stain will not help that, will it, Dawson?
Nope.
That's why I said maybe we should use like an epoxy stone. What that's going to do is give them traction. When this gets wet and it's kind of a smooth concrete, it'll be slippery. But I think if we put a textured product like epoxy, it can handle a little crack. You know, we still got to fill them, but I think it can handle a little bit of expansion, contraction. And this one, I don't remember why they cut that out. Do you, Dawson? Did they have
It was like a...
Was it broken
I
off?
think it was a big crack, yeah.
Yeah, I know they had to do... I think it was a jet problem or something. The jet right there. And then...
No.
But, you know, she extended the end out there, and I think I would have done this last year instead, you know. I think this is more important, but I'm going to try to talk her into that epoxy product, because I don't think stain is going to help her at all, do you?
No.
I think if this gets further, when you get water in there, it freezes and cracks. So anytime you get a crack in your concrete, get that concrete sealer like that, and put it right around it right away. So... on our drawing, guys, we got a bunch of scribbles here. I'm going to turn it the way it goes. Got our screen room over there. So it's 4 foot, 5 foot down here, 8 foot. We're 22 by 9 to that portion, and this is the new concrete. There's our sinkhole. It's a 1 foot by 7 foot, 1 inch deep. Got a crack here, cracks here, spider cracks, a bunch of them up here, like that. And then we've got the slide, and that's got what, 4 legs plus, is it 4 legs? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. No? Yeah, that's 4.
It's got 3 legs, right? No, it's got 4 legs plus the ladder. So we got to paint around them, you know, you got to be careful with them. So it's 4 legs plus the step ladder, or the ladder, I guess you call it. And then you always want to look for any kind of damages, and then you just make note to what's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time to work around that. They don't have a lot of stuff out here, so I'm not worried about that. When we acid etch it, we got to neutralize it with water afterwards. We don't want it to go in the pool. Up there, it looks like it slopes toward the pool. So when we work on that, we got to kind of blow it away, you know. And then it'll neutralize if it gets in the pool, but I don't want to mess with their chemicals, you know. And then I think the only thing that's good to concrete stain would be this brand new concrete. That would look nice, but this is too far gone. This actual slab is one of the better ones, but up there is too rough to do anything. And so what we did on the pool is an odd shaped pool, but it's a 15 by 35. So now we'll get this total square footage, and I'll multiply this, even not count these little corners, and get my square footage. Then I can figure out how many buckets of that stuff we need, and it looks like it might be a special order. So I don't want to under order, I don't want to way over order. If there's a little dab left or a gallon or two, I don't care, we'll store it in the basement if we had to touch up something. But I think that's how we're going to do the estimate. And then the next thing we're going to do, Dawson's got a job to do in the next door. He's going to do a door lock. I'm going to measure this fencing, and now I'm going to go beyond the air conditioning unit, over, up, and follow this picket fence. And she wants one of these teardrop type vinyl fences. And so myself, I'd run our continuous solid fence to that corner and down here to this corner. And then the deer won't get in here. That's the problem, is the deer jump right over that fence, and she has a winter cover that goes over this, and the deer were in that. So she wants something higher. And myself, I don't like to mix products. So if we had that, I'd want it here. Wouldn't you, Dawson? But I think she likes the idea of the picket look. She said put a 6-foot picket. Well, I don't think they make a 6-foot picket, not to what she's thinking. So I'll do a little research and see what I come up with. And this video is just on a how we're going to estimate this. I got to guess how long it's going to take. I got to have muriatic acid, brushes. I got to have some kind of concrete filler, all the different products, the masking tape to mask off so we don't get it on the blue. And then just trying to think of everything as we go. But that's how we figure this up. And I'm going to go and give them a price on that. I'm going to work on this over the weekend, get back with her. She's got to do something because the concrete's breaking up, getting a little worse every year. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. So figuring up a little math here, what I did is my overall length is about 57 feet from one end to the other. We got a lot of jogs, a little wider here, it goes out a little wider yet, and then it narrows in. So I'm going to do an average. And we got an average of 28 feet. So 28 times 57 is 1596. So I'll round up to 1600 square feet. The pool was 15 by 35. That's 525 square feet ish. So we subtract 525 square feet out of that. We get 1075. I'll round up to 1100 square feet of concrete. So we got about 1100 square feet of concrete to stain, repair, seal, or epoxy coat. So now I got some numbers. I'll figure in some masking tape and some silicone, some crack fillers, all them different kind of things, some type of either hydraulic cement or some kind of repair cement. I got to groove that out. I got to grind it. So I'll use a little diamond grinder to kind of get rid of the rough edges. We don't want a lump in it. And do some repairs of muriatic acid, pressure washer, and of course some brushes, rollers, squeegees, that kind of stuff to do the rest of the product. So that's just a quick one on this estimate. I'm going to go home and do the figuring at home. I needed all the numbers. I'm not a guy to come out here and say, it looks like so-and-so, it's going to be $2,000. I don't do that. I got to figure it out because sometimes they want you to prove it. You got to show them numbers, So there's my scribbles. I always got it. If she ever asks a question what size her pool is, she just texts me and I'll say, you got a 525 square foot, So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.